Hello everyone, this is FilibusterFox and I am once again streaming League of Legends live at twitch.tv/FilibusterFox every day at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. You'll be able to join me live for the show for some League of Legends action. Now, the last couple of days have been taking brief hiatus because of some internet issues as well as work scheduling things and such like that. But that is all over now and back to the show. Today, we are going to spectate a ranked team of some of my friends who, well, I have not seen their ranked team play yet, so I'm interested to see how they do. In addition, they're doing ranked games. Yay, it's 5, so we'll see how that goes. Let me pull up one of them here and see if I can see their rankings here. Let's see. I guess that's this team with 1 win out of 2 games. So I guess they're 50-50 in ranked. So we should be joining them shortly as soon as they switch from in-queue to in-game. Now, hopefully the sound and everything is a-okay. I'm loading up some settings, and I got a bit of an error when I loaded up XSplit, so it's been a couple of days. If you notice any problems, be sure to let me know as soon as possible here. And, of course, if you're noticing problems on the VOD and no one lets me know during the show, of course, I will resolve the problems in time for the next one tomorrow. That will be Thursday. Now, while we're waiting for this to go, I am very interested to see what comes of this NVIDIA GeForce Titan that's coming out next week on the 25th. Let's see, that would be Monday. I'm thinking about ordering myself one of those to replace my 470, get one of those Titans in there, 6 gigs of video RAM to go with my 64 gigs of system RAM, and maybe a new webcam that won't autofocus on me constantly when I'm not doing anything to provoke it. Yes, I'm looking at you, webcam. I'm not going to say your brand name or product name because I do not wish to embarrass the makers of said webcam, but it really annoys me and I'm going to have to get a new webcam. But that is beside the point. Let me turn on my light. It's a little dark. There we go. That's slightly better now. And here we go, getting ready to go into this match. They are still in queue, never mind. Forget I said anything. In queue for 4 minutes. They are queued up for a ranked 5 team. We will introduce who is on that team because I yet do not know as soon as we load into the match here. Do I have some water? I do. Let me have a bit of water. Now, as of this time of the video, Quinn and Veller have been revealed, but are not yet available upon the regular server. They should be over on PB. Have not had a chance to go play it yet. And they're in game, so let's go into spectate game now, into the spectate camera, and here we go. In the blue team, we have the team that I am spectating. Pilot in command as Thresh, Shinpulse as the Jungle Jarvan, Steam Cairo as Rengar up in the top lane. For the mid lane, we have Susaki as Lux. And in the AD carry role, we have Kodosol as Caitlyn. For the purple team, we have Matt Smith as the Jungle Yi, Jinxie as the Cassiopeia mid, Leona support Iduken, and Boozy Bunny as her AD carry. I love the name Boozy Bunny, and Misfortune is the character that she is playing. And then we have Ikazi as Tryndamere, and we'll be seeing him go top, unless they do something unusual and send Tryndamere mid and Cassie top, but probably Tryndamere top and Cassiopeia mid. This is a ranked 5v5 match here. The blue team is still going for their qualifiers. I am not sure of the status of this purple team. And we're taking a look at the matchups. Jarvan in the jungle, a little better ganker than the Yi when it comes to crowd control, but Yi will have a lot of damage to sustain depending on how the build goes. That meditate enabling him to tower dive very easily. He can just tank the tower while his friend kills the opposing champion. Now in bot lane, Misfortune Leona, a very, very dangerous lane to go against. That Leona gets in, lands a good stun. Misfortune can certainly put down plenty of damage before the enemy AD carry can escape. Caitlyn only with that net to get away. It's not going to suffice against Leona. Misfortune to get her out of really bad situations there. Not quite like a Nezreal flash or anything like that. Thresh, of course, a very strong assisting champion. Lots of damage capabilities, as well as that very nice shield from the Lantern. And the possibility to throw that Lantern down so the AD carry can just teleport to the Thresh safety in the back. In the top lane, Rengar up against Tryndamere. Not sure how that matchup plays out. Do not see those champions go head-to-head that much. Rengar, a very uncommon pick these days. Tryndamere growing back into preference since he's very good at killing AP carries and such like that. But he still is not something I've seen a lot of top lately. So I'll be interested to see how that top lane goes. And in the mid, we of course have Lux against Cassiopeia. Lux with a little bit more of low-level crowd control, such like that. Cassiopeia with so much burst if she can stay in range of this Lux. Lux's advantage will be if she can land the snare, get out of range of this Cassiopeia, and just poke and poke and poke and not get poked in return. That's going to keep this Lux alive against Cassie. Cassiopeia gets close and gets her burst onto the Lux, especially accompanied by an ult, the petrifying gaze stoning her up. Well, that's a lot of dead Lux if that happens. So here we go into the match. League of Legends, first game of the night. With the blue team being, as soon as this loads in, I'll be able to tell you their team name. And it is still loading in. Very white screen here, waiting for the loading screen to appear. Here it comes for the blue team, TSOL, Team Soul. With a TS, I'm a big fan of TS for an S sound. And for the purple team, we have V-Warp, or TARDIS Data Core. Some perhaps fans of the Doctor Who TV show on the purple team versus some silly Team Soul. I like to throw T's in front of my S's because I can. All right, so once again, Jarvan versus Yi in the jungle. Bot lane is going to be Caitlyn Thresh against Leona Misfortune. Mid lane, Lux versus Cassiopeia. And top lane, Rengar versus Tryndamere. And looking at the masteries, most everything is standard with the cleanse instead of the ignite on the AD carry for the blue team. And the ghost instead of flash for the Tryndamere on the purple team. Everything else fairly well standard, except for that teleport in the jungle. Opting against Flash, going for teleport so it can get into the lanes much faster, do what he needs to do, and have that extra mobility to give Yi an advantage there. If we see this Yi start to get kills early, that will be death for the blue team. Lots and lots of death when he starts teleporting around everywhere, getting kills in all the lanes and just snowballing his team. Caitlyn with a bit of a ping problem there, over 400 ping. That could be problematic early on, as Misfortune a little easier at bullying a low ping or high ping player. Caitlyn a little a little requirement of a skill shot there. Well, look at the items that are coming out. We've only got one biscuit. That is the total biscuit of rejuvenation on the Thresh, who's going to pick up, of course, wards, potions, and a rejuvenation bead. Both of the junglers starting up their builds here. Well, okay, never mind. Yi hasn't picked up anything yet, but we've got Jarvan with a Hunter's Machete and 5 potions. We've got Rengar with a Cloth Armor and 5 potions. We've got potions across the board on the blue team. Boots and potions for Caitlyn. Potions and wards for Lux. And, of course, the potions and regrowth pendant for the Rengar. Or, sorry, the Thresh, I mean. Yi going into the jungle with an amplifying tome and 1 potion. Hopefully enough to keep him sustained in this jungle. Once he hits level 2 and gets that meditate, a very strong leash will give him a very easy jungle here. Meditate, so very, very nice at not needing potions to do anything at all. Tryndamere, of course, with the cloth armor and potions. Leona coming out with boots, ward, and what skin is that? Is that Valkyrie? Oh, I haven't actually looked at that skin much. Neat. Anyways, Leona coming out with boots and potion and a ward. That's going to leave her a little behind in the bot lane there, but that boot is very nice to have. And Cassiopeia coming with the boots and potions. Misfortune still not having bought anything. There it goes, the Doran's Blade, and she's running out into the center lane. Purple team taking their sweet time getting out into the jungle here. If blue team had already invaded, purple team would have been in a terrible situation, missing 2 of their players for that jungle fight. They took almost a minute and a half to just come out of their base and get into the jungle with the rest of the team. Looks like purple team may be doing an invade here against the enemy blue. This could be death for the blue team. A little sneeze coming on. Trying my best to fight it, but here it has come regardless. Lux walking right into the brunt of the purple team, but getting out of there in time. Jarvan being forced out of the situation, and purple team, all 5 of them going right for that blue buff, forcing Jarvan to start at the far side of the jungle, going right for red. Thresh and Caitlyn coming to help him start up, and Lux going right over to lane. Rengar, you need to just go to lane and ignore that blue buff. They've already got it. They're leaving one of the minions there. Nice little invade action, getting the early blue for Master Yi. Now, if they quickly get their red buff and are able to get to their own blue buff to prevent the blue team from stealing in return, which looks like the blue team does not even want to try to do. This could be a great advantage for the purple team, that early blue steal. If the blue team doesn't try to steal the purple team's blue, we might see a Cassiopeia with an early blue, and that would be terrible for that Lux matchup. Up top, we'll look at this early situation. Rengar with a little more poke capability, but Rengar can just go right in and bully. We'll see how that unfolds over time. Down in the bot lane, Caitlyn got a little of an early start because Misfortune was up helping with that invade. But that's not going to help her much in the long run. She is 9 farm ahead, granted, and that could be problematic there. She's got the potions. If she can do enough bullying on Misfortune to keep her out of range of life-stealing back up with that Doran Blade, that's going to be trouble for Misfortune. Yi getting ready to gank this mid lane. He is waiting for Lux to come out. Just a little Lux, not falling for it. No ward there. Don't know why Lux is being so very careful. But that little sixth sense pays off. I don't know if she may have spotted that Yi, but Susaki did a very good job not falling for it. Yi now top, and see Kyrie's going to walk right into it. He comes right out into range. The Alpha Strike going down, and a lot of damage. The Ignite onto Steam Kyro, getting him very low, down to about 200 health. He's going to have to pop some potions, and Yi's sticking around. He's going to go right in and tower dive here. Eventually, they will tower dive. There's the Alpha Strike, and tanking the tower is Yi, who gets ignited, but he's under the tower. Is he going to be able... He did not meditate enough health to survive the tower aggro. And Rengar gets the first blood on that gank. A little bit of an optimistic gank there by the purple team. Tower diving at level 3 with Yi. A little safer than most because he does have that meditate, but it just wasn't enough. That Ignite going down from Rengar, leaving him low enough that he could not survive the tower. Now, Tryndamere is the one in trouble. Jarvan coming up for the gank on Tryndamere. No ward for either team on this top area. And this leaves Tryndamere very vulnerable if Shinpils can get in here and land with that red buff. Oh, Rengar also with the double buff. Oh, that's going to be a lot of red buffs hitting. Come on, proc that slow. Not enough. Tryndamere gets back to the tower, but this is giving a nice early advantage to Rengar. That can spell trouble for a lane opponent. Also, conveniently knocking Yi behind a little, who's looking back mid again. He's level 3 against his level 5 Lux, but Cassiopeia can be enough to turn the fight. Up to the top lane, Rengar and Jarvan did finish off Tryndamere under the tower, making Rengar in a very, very happy situation. Failing to pick up a gank in the bot lane or mid lane, and bot lane is starting to take an advantage in their own lane. A lot of nice harass going down against Misfortune and Leona without the healing sustain or the temporary sustain of the shield that is offered by the Thresh Lantern. In mid, slight advantage to Susaki, who has a 11 farm advantage here against the Cassiopeia mid. That's going to be very nice later on. That level advantage, so very, very tasty. Yi having covered mid for a little. We're not seeing a lot of success out of him here. He went for that Cage's lucky pick early, so that's going to keep him a little closer in the match despite the early disadvantage. Oh, Misfortune picking up a kill in the bot lane, but getting killed by Caitlyn in return for it. The Thresh being the death for the blue team. Not too bad a trade for Caitlyn. Caitlyn picking up a kill, Misfortune picking up a kill, but only the death on the support instead of the AD carry in the bot lane for the blue team gives them the slight advantage in that trade. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that was the support for support. I lied. Never mind. Both AD carries picking up a kill. The supports get an assist in both cases. Let's see, Leona got an assist and Thresh got an assist. So yeah, so they're completely even there. Caitlyn's still leading by about 10 farm, which is going to lead her the advantage going into this mid game very soon. Lux level 6 to the level 5 Cassiopeia, but here comes Master Yi. Saki just getting out of range of the bush just in time to discourage that Yi from coming in. Perhaps spotted by that ward when he came in. Lux heading bot. He's got ult available, so little damage onto that Misfortune could result in a dead Misfortune hitting a successful Lux ult. There are no wards for either team in the river down in the bot lane. Just a trap for the blue team. All of the wards spent in the bottom brushes against the supports. Rengar bullying the level 4 Tryndamere with a 2-level advantage up top. Yi is going B, so that leaves Thresh, Caitlyn, and oh, Leona goes in on Thresh, or on Caitlyn. Bad mistake. Misfortune is there, but oh, Yi teleports right in for the kill on Caitlyn. Now Misfortune is out of the picture, hiding behind the tower. Lux is in a lot of trouble here between Yi and Leona. Trying to juke around their other way, but that's going to be a dead Lux. Cassiopeia coming in, perhaps too late. The flash from Thresh getting out of range of Cassiopeia, but Cassiopeia catches up and catches Jarvan with the ult along with Thresh for the kill. Jarvan picking up the kill on Leona in exchange, but that is a terrible trade for the blue team. Now closing up the gap. Rengar still has his 2-level advantage up top, but that's not enough to make up for the fact that the rest of his team just died in the bot lane in exchange for 1 support. Jarvan getting a little farm out of the situation. May as well get ahead since no one else is there to farm it, but not going to push it enough in time. Caitlyn is going to get back before it resets on the tower. So in effect, just stole a bit of farm from the AD carry. In addition, didn't quite hit that last hit very well there. Missed a couple of those minions with the timing on the auto attacks. Steam, the big hope for the blue team at this moment, the one decidedly winning their lane. Everyone else is breaking even or starting to lose as a result of that last fight. The gold advantage, only 800 gold for the blue team, and that's mainly on Rengar, who is 1,300 gold ahead of his lane opponent. A very nice situation to be in, but Yi got a kill or two. Let's see, Yi, you are 1-1-1, which means you're going to be a little better off coming in to kill this Rengar, who's now tanked a tower shot. That's going to get him a little weaker there. The Ignite going down, and the chicken on top of the Rengar, who's just trying to run away, but Yi's coming around in front of him. The stealth being more than enough to get him out of the situation before Yi could find him. He walks back to tower, only taking a little bit of damage, and Jarvan is on the way to counter gank the situation. How long is Yi going to stay here? Is Steam going to bait them in for a Jarvan kill? Are they going to try and get them to tower dive them? Or is he going to go away and Jarvan come in and pick up a kill? Meanwhile, down in the bot, Leona and Misfortune picking up a kill under tower on Caitlyn. Leona barely getting out of there with health enough, but that is what Leona does. She takes damage to deal kills. Now the score is tied in gold. A 2-kill lead for the purple team, making up for that early first blood. Up in the top lane, a fight about to go down. Yi is ready to go. Jarvan's just around the corner. Jarvan's going in. The flag goes down into the bush, but he does not jump to it. Spots the Yi and scares him off. Rengar and Tryndamere not wanting to fight against Rengar, Tryndamere and Yi not wanting to fight against Rengar and Jarvan. Lux warding up around the enemy dragon. By the enemy dragon, I mean the only dragon. Thresh using the chain to look over. Oh, Leona catches the Thresh after he chains over him. Oh, walks into a trap though. Wasn't quite able to pick up a very nice gank off of that. Everyone else was too far away. Misfortune and Cassiopeia looked like they wanted to come in, but Leona didn't have the ult available to just stun him a second time to lock in that Thresh long enough for the rest of the gang to come in. Up top, Tryndamere is still 2 levels behind Steam, and that is a bad situation for Ikuzi Yai to be in. Jinxie faring fairly well against Susaki Min. 34 farm against 55 farm. That's 21 minion kill disadvantage, but has 1 kill to Lux's 1 assist. So that helps equalize it a little, but not nearly enough. This Cassiopeia really needs to start farming more. Now down in the bot lane, Misfortune picks up a kill on Thresh, while Thresh gets the kill on Leona. Support for support trade again, but the blue support having picked up the kill here. Gonna put Caitlyn a little more behind this Misfortune. Misfortune now leading in farm by just a little bit. Misfortune 5-0-1 to Caitlyn's 1-2-1. So Misfortune is going to be very scary. Boozy Bunny is going to be a game-changing force for the purple team. It's gonna make up for the fact that they have very underwhelming Tryndamere up top. Yi coming around, heading towards bot lane, perhaps going to walk through a ward, not quite getting spotted by the blue ward. So they don't know where he is right now, but he's taking his wolves, and he'll be spotted pretty soon here. Just gonna go ahead and take an allergy pill, because my sneezes are just around the corner. And 12 minutes in, we see a 2-kill advantage for the purple team at 7 kills to 5 kills. They have a 100 gold deficit, but not by a whole lot. And Leona coming right back into the bot lane, popping one of Caitlyn's trap, and Thresh and Leona ready to trade their lives again to get their 80 carries further ahead. The situation going further and further in favor of Miss Fortune. Yi is heading up top to see if he can get some action onto Steam Cairo again. Steam Cairo, I don't know how it's said. I do not care. It's Steam. And here comes Yeet walking through the ward. Rengar's going to know it's coming, but is he going to get out in time? Yes, I would presume yes. Tryndamere not really there to help. Both of them going for the bush and letting Rengar get right past. Just one Alpha Strike going down by Master Yi to weaken Steam just a little bit, but it's not nearly enough. Doing so much more damage. He already at half health. Leona goes in on Caitlyn, hits the Caitlyn with you. Stun and Miss Fortune going down, hitting both Thresh and Caitlyn. Caitlyn getting swiped a little bit by the Leona ult. Oh, Thresh getting caught once again, but Leona dies as well. Another kill for each of the 80 carries, bringing Miss Fortune to 69 farm and 601 kills to Caitlyn's 221 and 65 farm. I feel a sneeze coming on, so excuse me. Feel much better now that I've finally gotten that sneeze out of my system. And up in the top lane, we have Tryndamere with 36 farm against Rengar's 91. A huge difference. That's almost 60 farm in favor of Rengar. 2 kills as well against 1 death. This Rengar so far ahead, this Tryndamere. Tryndamere losing this matchup so very badly. Tryndamere really needs to start considering going back and getting golems between waves, trying to push out a little and just get out of this matchup here or get some help. He's not really coming at good times or doing much when he does come to change the situation there. Jarvan's near the bot lane, so we may see some action here by either team pretty soon, other than just trading supports for each other. Supports are racking up plenty of deaths. Leona has died 4 times. Thresh has died 5, but 8 assists on Leona, 1 kill, 3 assists on Thresh. Looking very good for the Miss Fortune. Leona always willing to go in to attack at any situation, even behind. He's coming up for the gank on top lane. There he goes right in. He's got his ult available, so he's going to be able to ult as soon as he takes enough damage, but he's going to run away. That Ignite scaring him off. Oh, wait, no, didn't ult at all. Tryndamere, did you have your ult? Yes, you did. Why are you dead, Tryndamere? You had your ult. Tryndamere, very disappointing, and Yi is in a lot of trouble now that his friend just walked up and died. Going back to tower to meditate, but he's going to be able to hold Steam Power off the tower here if he so desires. Steam at less than half health. Oh, wait, no, he just healed up to about 2/3 of his health bar, and he's fine, getting another kill for the Rengar. Rengar being the dominant force for the blue team this match, the only thing really keeping them in the game at this point. Everyone else is falling a little behind. Oh, very nice use of the Lantern to get Jarvan into range, but the flash out of Jarvan's ult gets the purple team out of that situation with no trouble at all. And Jarvan's having to walk away a little sheepish after that excellent initiate with the help of the Lantern from Thresh. Not quite getting to follow through on it. Boozy Bunny getting a little bit of harass, but caught by the Thresh chain and the ult. Turns around and ult because, hey, why not? I'm slowed anyways. I may as well be stationary. Thresh in a lot of trouble, but Jarvan's back to help. Yi teleports in, and Boozy Bunny picks up the kill on Thresh. Boozy Bunny going now for the Jarvan. Caitlyn chased off by Leona. Leona, are you going to get another stun time? Oh, very close. Jarvan, very, very low. Leona not with enough health to take the tower still. Oh, Yi is going to tank it anyways. Leona killed by Lux as she came in, and the kill on Yi going to Caitlyn as he just dodged around the tower. This fight turning hugely in favor of the blue team. Miss Fortune dying as well. 3 for 1. Just that Thresh dying in exchange for the 3 kills in the bot lane. And that extra gold for the killing spree going to Susaki for killing Boozy Bunny. That was a big fight, just showing how bad the She is performing in this match. Tryndamere and Yi really holding this team back. I'm not sure if it's their champion selection or just how they were playing them, but running around that tower, not actually killing the person they were trying to dive, who had very, very low health. Very shameful display on the fact of that Yi down in the bot lane. And looks like Saki wants to steal the blue buff from the purple team. Gonna ward it up in the very least, but hey, Cassiopeia and Yi are both there to prevent Lux from just taking it. So they're going to get started on this blue buff. Lux isn't going to be able to steal it unless Lux, is your ult available? Yes, it is. Are we going to see the ult hit the steal from Lux? Is it going to work? And here it comes. And yes, Lux gets the steal with ult. Very nice use of the ward there. And come on, Yi. Come on. What are you doing? Did you smite early on that? Is that why your smite is on cooldown? Did you just give Lux that blue buff? Come on, Yi. Yi, what are you doing? Yi. Matt Smith, you're doing terrible. I have to say it, but you could be doing much better than this. Along with you, I choose Yi. Anyone involving the word Yi is doing bad in this game. Steam doing a very nice job of keeping that 2-level advantage consistently throughout this game, as well as a huge farm lead. Saki doing very well against Cassiopeia, almost with a 2-to-1 farm advantage. And now with the kill advantage, this blue buff going to give a little more bullying room for Saki to fight, like just this situation right here, turning around in time to avoid the ult petrification. But still, the kill picked up by Cassiopeia, enough burst and the tower damage on the Lux to enable Cassiopeia to get the kill and pick up the blue buff. Not the best move by Saki there. A lot of damage and harass, but stayed too close to the tower. You took that damage while doing that poke. There was no reason for that. You didn't have the burst to kill her. Go for the harass first, and then kill her when she's weak, or force her out of lane. Rengar picking up another kill in the top lane, because why not? Rengar now 4-0. Not quite as far ahead as Misfortune, but getting there. Jarvan down in the bot lane, ready to go in. Here comes the chain and the lantern to get Jarvan in there. Leona no longer with the flash to get out of the indestructible terrain there. Taking the tower bit, and Misfortune turning around to ult. Caitlyn in a lot of trouble there, taking most of the damage from that. Misfortune flashing, hitting the double up on Misfortune, or on Caitlyn to finish that kill. Nice advantage bot lane here. A lot of trouble coming the way for the blue team in here. That stun, enabling the double kill for Misfortune. Very nicely done there. Leona with no fear at going in at low health to enable that extra kills. Misfortune now 10-1 with 1 assist. So very far ahead in this game. Now just leading by a little bit of farm. They're going to be able to take this tower no problem at all. Well, Steam is still not able to take the tower top against Tryndamere. Cassiopeia coming back into this game, still behind in farm, but having picked up that kill and the blue buff is going to enable her, along with the help from this gank by Yi, which, you know, didn't really accomplish much other than weakening the Lux against Cassiopeia. Rengar's coming, though. This could be trouble for the mid lane. Rengar's so very far ahead right now. He's coming in stealth, and he lands right on the Cassiopeia, almost instantly killing her with help from a snare from Lux. Yi just healing under the tower, while Steam, so very tanky, just ignoring all of the effects. Now 5-0. Only one person really threatening to the Rengar at this point, other than the fact that Tryndamere was left alone to kill the opposing top tower. The cost of the kill was global gold for the tower. That was a bit of a loss for the team, actually. Giving up that global gold at the 20-minute mark. They're only behind 200 gold, but they should be ahead at this point. Now 2 towers behind the purple team, and this is going to start turning against them faster. Unless they can turn around and start taking some towers. Blue team getting a little bit of an exposed tower at bot lane. They may be able to finish off this tower before Misfortune gets there. Leona's going to come in from the river, rather the tri-bush. But is Caitlyn going to be able to knock down this tower before she gets caught? So very close. Leona, are you going to be able to land the hit and get a kill on Caitlyn here? If you had flash, you can flash in E and get all of the hits there. But they get out of there in time. And they're setting up for a dragon buff from the blue team here. Or perhaps a big team fight. Lux and has joined the blue team, but behind Lux comes Yi and Cassiopeia. About to jump over this wall here, perhaps onto Lux. No. Looks like they're going to be spotted by this ward. The entire purple team, with the exception of Tryndamere, who's up pushing top in this situation. It's going to be a 4v5 here, though. All of the blue team is here to fight. Only 4 of the purple team is here. And Rengar is going to be a huge problem if he catches Misfortune here. And he goes right in. So much damage from the Luxo and the Rengar. Misfortune goes down almost instantly, completely losing this fight for the purple team. So much damage coming in because of this super fed Rengar and that damage from Lux. Snipe going down to finish off the 4 kills for the blue team there. 2 double kills, 1 for Steam Gyro and 1 for Kodos. So picking off the kills there. Tryndamere getting a lot of tower damage here. He may be able to take the tower before Rengar can stop him. No, he's going to back out and leave it just low. May have been worth the death almost to take that tower, but he's got to defend these other towers. Blue team's just going to push down this bottom tower before the purple team can respawn. That was a big play for the blue team, giving them 2k gold advantage and back into the kill lead. But Misfortune still 10-2, going to be even deadlier now that she's got that Bloodthirster and the Phantom Dancer done. Not sure of the Phantom Dancer choice. I used to do it a lot, but now I'm moving more towards the static shift for that extra bit of damage. I do like Phantom Dancer still, though. It is a perfectly good choice. Rengar starting to push up the opposing top tower, finally.
Purple team's turret.
We're not around to help with it. Bottom tower for the purple team being taken down. This is giving the advantage back to the blue team, finally equalizing this tower lead against the purple team. Is Rengar going to be able to survive? Tryndamere and Yi here can do it. Or can he? A lot of damage on Yi there, but Yi's not the one you want to focus. It's meditated back up. Tryndamere, of course, also very annoying by just ulting and being immune to damage, or immune to dying in any case. And Yi and Tryndamere forcing Steam to back off here and get out of the situation, despite having the double buff, not able to 1v2 them. Lux is on the way to help, though. This could easily turn into a win fight for the blue team with a little bit of help for that Rengar. Boozy Bunny looking to pick up a red buff here in the purple team jungle. As long as Boozy Bunny can stay out of the front of the fight and not get caught by Rengar, can turn around and, like, solo the entire other team if he's not being attacked, because Boozy Bunny is so very, very far ahead. But Rengar, very easily able to go right in on Boozy Bunny. No one able to do enough damage to Rengar to really scare him off. No hard crowd control to keep him off there except for Leona. Leona's got to save that stun, unfortunately, for the Rengar, else Rengar will go in there and tear up Misfortune, the only huge source of damage for the purple team. 10 of the 14 kills for purple team are Misfortunes. 12 assists for the Leona. They're both doing fantastically. The rest of the teams really let them down. Tryndamere, both not having stellar performances during this match. Down to bot lane, Caitlyn is pushing out the minions. Meanwhile, all of the purple team is mid to engage the 4 mid from the blue team. Caitlyn's probably got to start heading up there soon if there's going to be a team fight. Tryndamere is sitting around on the wrong side of the wall for the fight, delaying them long enough for Caitlyn. Is coming up. Are they going to be able to fight before Caitlyn gets there? Are they going to be able to pick up a kill here and take advantage of the split damage? Are they even going to try it? Or are they just going to hope that they engage on them under the tower? Tryndamere caught by the snare and doing a general soak of damage. Not accomplishing anything. Purple team now forced out of position. Caitlyn around for the combat. And the stress shield is on cooldown now. Throwing down that lantern didn't accomplish anything for the blue team. There was no fight there. Now you just gotta wait for that to come off cooldown. Now that very nice shield. Oh, that ult getting a nice kill on Cassiopeia there after having taken a bit of harassment, getting snared there in the middle. That's gonna turn this fight easily into the advantage of the blue team. They can do whatever they want in this situation. Thresh is off, killing the enemy ward at Dragon, and blue team is just gonna 4-man push this mid lane against the 4 defenders. Tryndamere really too low to do anything. Team Kyra is so very far ahead, able to just tank the tower and the enemy team for a while. Big minion wave pushing down bot. Saki is split off though. If red team had gotten aggressive there onto Lux, they would have picked up a kill for almost no trouble. But they let her walk away, unaware that the rest of blue team had already left. It may have been a very clever bait, which is probably safer that they didn't go for the kill, but they could have picked up that kill and shifted momentum back into their favor. At this point, purple team is not doing a good job of protecting Misfortune in team fights, of engaging team fights in situations where Misfortune can get in there and do the damage Misfortune needs to pick up the kills. Boozy Bunny not able to take advantage of this huge farm. That's the only downside to a really fed AD carry, is if the rest of the team isn't fed enough to tank or heal or do anything, all they have to do is focus down the AD carry. And someone like Misfortune with no escape is in a little bad place because of it. Jarvan is able to ult her, and if she's got no flash, well, she's stuck. At least Caitlyn has the net to escape a little self-heal. Misfortune has very little in the way of self-heal. She's got Make It Rain, but that's a limited area and just a slow. As we hit the 26-minute mark, about to the 27-minute mark, we are a 3-kill lead for the blue team with a 5.2k gold advantage. 1 tower lead and at least 1 dragon in favor of the blue team. And they're looking to be pretty dominant here, with the exception of the enemy Misfortune. Still, the farm lead they had in top and mid lane so very big. They've got a lot of threats on their team. Lux able to do so much damage with her ult. Rengar just very tanky in damage because he's 703 now. So he's a bruiser. He'll go in and he'll be able to kill Misfortune. Just purple team lacks any of the farm on anyone else who's supposed to hold them off, except for Leona. Leona very, very dependent on having to get close in to do that, of course. And she actually has to either stay next to Misfortune or initiate from the team. Excuse me as I sneeze. It's an allergies day, isn't it? Alright, anyways, Rengar chilling out in the purple side jungle, waiting for someone to walk through to kill them. But Tryndamere's going off to push the top lane instead. Rengar going to have to defend that, or they're going to lose that tower pretty quickly. The rest of blue team looking to pressure at the mid lane. Wheezy Bunny potentially had the chance to catch Lux there. Jarvan just around the corner. Leona could be in a lot of trouble if she initiates by herself, but they have the advantage there. 2 of the blue team going up top to fight Tryndamere along with Zincara, who doesn't actually need any help at all. Oh, but the ult going off too early for Caitlyn, but the ignite was more than enough to finish off Tryndamere before he could run away, stabbing himself in the chest with his own big sword. Tryndamere kill takes the pressure off the top lane despite having lost the tower. Blue team is going to be able to move in and take Baron here. V warp going B with Leona, unaware of the Baron attempt by the blue team. They're not even going to pressure it at all. They're not going to have the ward coverage to push up. Look at the vision on the purple team. We'll switch over to purple team vision. Bam. Where are their wards? They've got one here, they got one here, and they got one here. No coverage of Baron, no coverage of any lanes to push out, so they can't get out of their safety zone. They don't know Baron was taken, and they have no defense against it. They can't counter push, they can't fight the Baron, they can't do anything because they don't have the vision. We'll go back to all camera as I desperately try not to sneeze again. Excuse me as I mute my mic just a moment and set it to follow Lux here. Lux, follow. The Leona on to Lux. Lux in a lot of trouble here. Tryndamere coming right in, but here's Jarvan to save the Lux. Lux is not going to get enough saving, though. Now Steam in the middle of it, finishing off Tryndamere by himself. The rest of the blue team not around, but here comes Jarvan, and oh, Steam's in a lot of trouble now. Takes enough damage to die, and closely followed by the Jarvan. Caitlyn and Thresh both not there for the fight at all. Still, they did manage to pick up the Tryndamere, but in exchange for 3 of their very nicely fed people, as puts them in a bad situation. And they won against the Baron buff. Now, just one moment as I find a tissue.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I hate my allergies. Anyways, back up in the mid lane, we have 3 of the red team just pushing up. Misfortune tanked the tower a bit to get some harass on Thresh, who's very tanky now. Thresh not really caring about that little bit of poke from Misfortune. Misfortune needing to build a little bit more damage. What are you building, Misfortune? Well, you've got a pickaxe, you got a Negatron cloak, and the Doran's blade. Where are you going with that build? I am eager to see. Not building into a Black Cleaver, as most Misfortunes would be doing at about this point in the game. Still, not a whole lot of armor built up on the opposing team, mostly just health, so we'll remain to see what Wheezy Bunny is going to build into. I'm trying to think of alliteration because Wheezy Bunny lends itself to such. Wheezy Bunny builds black cleavers and better base items. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm trying to alliterate Well, I'm feeling a little bit miserable from allergies, and after a long day of work. And here we go. We've got a fight going down in the mid lane. 5 from the blue team, 5 from the purple team, all ready here to fight over this mid tower. They're going to try to equalize this tower that was just taken against the blue team in the mid lane. And the purple team, of course, with a 2-tower advantage here because that mid tower being down and the top tower being down. Pushing over the inhibitor towers on the blue team, but blue team's still ahead in this game. Oh, they caught Trindamere having to blow the ult from just a bit of harass, walking back to heal. Nothing left to keep him alive now that the ult's down. And it's getting out of the fight, and this is giving the blue team an opportunity to attack this tower and do a lot of damage on here. The Rengar just staying under the tower and taking the damage. Oh, Leona goes right in by herself, but instead of catching Leona, they go right for the knee. Leona being basically ignored now that she's used her abilities. She's completely useless in the team fight. Cassiopeia flashing to get out of there. Jarvan's in trouble. Is he going to go down to the poison over Leona? Oh, he's going to get... Oh, no, Leona catches with the Zenith Blade and gets the kill on the Jarvan. Very nicely done. But Leona in a lot of trouble now. Thresh trying to chase her down. Oh, hits the... gets hit by the trap of Caitlyn. Stuns Thresh, but Caitlyn was close enough to pick up the kill on Leona.
Killing spree.
And minions are pushing up the top tower while this fight is happening. Everyone but Trindamere dead on the purple team. Lux, Caitlyn, and Thresh alive for the blue team, pushing up this mid tower. They're going to keep pressure on the mid lane so Trindamere can't go stop and defend that top tower. Trindamere getting a lot of damage onto Thresh here. Hey, accidentally take tower for a bit. But hey, Trindamere, your ult was down. You can't take the entire damage from their two damagingest other than Rengar characters. And this is going to enable the blue team to stick around. But here comes Yi. Yi with the home guard boots coming in to defend this tower, valiantly saving the tower from death. This top tower is going to survive as well, but it's going to take a lot of damage. Blue team too low to really risk the alpha strike from Yi. Caitlyn would have been fine and picked up the kill, but Lux and Thresh both would have been in a lot of trouble from an alpha strike. So that was a very dramatic team fight there. Very nice job, Leona, picking up that last second kill on Jarvan. And at 33 minutes and 45 seconds of the game, we're seeing a 5-kill advantage for the blue team with a 5.5k gold advantage as well. They're 1 tower behind, but not by much, just 1 inner tower behind. We've got 11-4 Rengar against 11-3-5 Misfortune as the feediest characters on the team, but Caitlyn's quickly catching up at 7-3-6 and Cassiopeia at 4-4-3. Tons of assists on Leona, making her a big threat in the team fight as she's very, very tanky. About to finish a Sunfire Cape here as soon as she gets enough gold. You know how much gold you have? Oh, you're really close to having enough for a Sunfire Cape. Are you going to try to catch someone here while the rest of your team is fairly close, Leona? I'd like to see that. I would like to see some action from Iduken, because Iduken is playing Leona, and Leona is one of my favorite support champions to play. Also, the character is amazing. Bougie Bunny playing one of my favorite AD carries. The rest of the team, I used to like Cassiopeia a lot, but I haven't played her in a long time. As I realized, I may like Cassiopeia, but I'm just bad. Steam Cairo just hiding out in a bush, waiting for purple team to walk into him. Oh, here comes Trindamere. But Steam has already left. Leona waiting. Biding time. Here comes the attack from Leona, and she's just running past because, hey, there are suddenly 3 from the blue team. 1 she caught someone out of position, and no one from the purple team. Lux collapsing in. Trindamere is pushed out up in top. He is not here to fight. He's caught by everything. Thresh picking up the kill thanks to his ult. And basically no damage done to the blue team in return for the free Yi. Trindamere realizing, hey, I can't just walk up behind them. They'll just kill me. The inhibitor tower for the purple team in mid is down. They're going to take the inhibitor next as well. Very, very quickly going down. Are they going to continue pushing up the mid, or are they going to switch around, finish off that top tower, and push up top? It looks like they're going to switch around and push the top lane. Minions pushed out a little bit, but they'll be able to fix that very shortly here. While they just go up and tank the tower and kill it. They don't need to bring the minions up here. They can choose to. They might choose to, but it would be much more efficient for... And there goes Shin just going right in for the tower and going to just tank it, get a little shield from Thresh, and take down a free tower here. Minions catch it eventually. Meanwhile, up in mid, Lux and Rengar against Misfortune, taking her down very easily amidst the rest of the team. Rengar turning around and killing Trindamere. Oh, wait, Trindamere has Undying Rage, but the Ignite will hit just enough. Trindamere is going to die as soon as the Undying Rage wears off, thanks to the Ignite from the team, who goes right in on Cassiopeia, but Cassiopeia gets away. Leona and Yi are there to fight, but hey, here comes the rest of the blue team. Yi goes down very, very quickly, and this is going to be the end of the game very soon for the purple team. Leona is caught by the Jarvan ult, and the snipe not quite hitting. It hits Oh, the missed the Lux ult as well. Leona and Cassiopeia are going to walk away, but this is going to allow the blue team to just take these these Nexus towers. No threat at all, really, from the low damage Cassiopeia and Leona. The Nexus is a threat now. Blue team is going to go ahead and finishing off here at the 37-minute mark. Down goes the Nexus, and we have a win for the blue team, who win at the 36-minute, 35-second mark with 9-kill lead, 28-19, and 10.7k gold advantage at 59k gold to 48.3 gold. They ended with 8 towers killed against 5 towers killed, going right into the inhibitor after winning a team fight in the mid lane from a bad initiate by the purple team. Throughout that game, we saw Yi and Tryndamere just failing. They did horribly that game. Not to be mean to them in particular, but that Yi and Tryndamere really held the rest of their team back. The bot lane did fantastically. Misfortune, Leona constantly picking up kills on Misfortune. Misfortune so very fed, but towards the mid-game, Rengar was so far ahead, and there was no one who could protect Misfortune against that Rengar. Lux also way ahead in farm. Just the farm advantage giving so much gold for the blue team, despite being pretty much equal on kills for the majority of the game. Just got purple way too far behind. Alright, everyone. My allergies are making this a little bit rough for me to be shoutcasting right now. So I'm going to go ahead and call it an early night here. We got about 40 minutes into the stream, and that's one good long match there. We saw Team Soul win in a ranked 5s match. A very good job on their behalf, and would like to congratulate them on the victory and moving closer towards their placement. Good luck to them. My name is FilibusterFox, and I have been streaming League of Legends live at twitch.tv/FilibusterFox. Join me every day at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. And enjoy the show. I will see you next time. That was the wrong button. That's the one I was looking for, the logo. All right. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.